hello to a dark and spooky evening in Akihabara at my usual studio by the Family Mart. As you know, I'm in a big fat studio right now. I spend an hour and 10 minutes troubleshooting digital audio workspace and microphone synchronization because I don't know how to do that. And if you want to find out why, please ask our lovely guest. I'd like to introduce my friend, M.
Short for Your Eminence.
Oh.
All my conclave girlies, stand up. Get your dicks out.
They're definitely here.
Yep. Hi, I'm M. I just finished watching Castlevania today. I watched Series 1 about 2 weeks ago and just finished Nocturne today. It's all I've been able to think of since, so I'm very excited to talk about it more.
I successfully poisoned you. We never talked about this much. We met at summer camp. Like, there was somebody else there who I found out casually watched. I never thought about this, but you had all of the makings, more than I even realized, of somebody who could obsess over this show. And literally, we were hanging out last month, and I'm like, all right, it's time. You're watching Castlevania.
Mm-hmm.
And right from the start, you connected with it.
Yep.
And now we haven't really talked that much. And we don't have that much time, unfortunately, today. I wish we had 2 hours.
An hour and a half setting up.
We spent so much time. Holy crap.
Worth it.
We have so many things to cover.
Mm-hmm.
I don't technically know where to start, but we're about to talk about the Castlevania anime for 45 minutes.
Let's go. Okay, should we start with our tier makers?
Favorite characters?
Yes.
That's a good setting. That's a good start. So, the way I wanted to do this is we guessed each other's top 3.
Ooh, okay.
So, wow. Okay, so M, we're going to start with Series 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. I know you like Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
He's in top 3 still, correct?
I will neither affirm nor deny.
Oh. Okay.
Honestly, I have a top 1 and everyone else, like, I have like 7 that I like equally, so.
7?
Guess my top 1. Guess my top 1. Guess my favorite character from the whole series.
You really, really loved Trevor at first, but he was just the first guy. This is just Series 1.
Mm-hmm.
There's one character above all the rest.
Mm-hmm. I love them all in concert. Any one of them
definitely
solo,
get that.
But this one is the one where every time he was on screen, hint, I went, oh. Same with...
Godbrand.
No. No, but every time this character was on screen, I paid attention a little bit more because I knew it was going to be fascinating.
That makes me feel like this is not a main trio character.
Oh no, I love our main trio.
Yeah.
And they are the best as the 3 of them.
Uh-huh.
But this is one character who just...
I
my
know.
gosh.
You're so
I am
so funny.
Sorry, my soda's coming back up.
Oh my god. So I at least know one character who, for better or worse, I feel like you either love or hate this character, and I actually still don't know which.
Ooh.
I'm sorry if this insults you, because I know you either love or despise him. Is your one character Saint fucking Germain?
No! Sorry. Make sure you edit that. No! Oh my god, honestly, I can see where you would think that.
Yeah. You either love him or hate him.
When he said, and God is about to have sex again.
Yes!
Oh, so well written to be so just. Oh,
He's
I
awful.
know that woman he was with was putting up with him. I just know it. Or she was worse than he was.
There is so much to be said about that.
So much.
The faceless
so much.
woman is, I think, what fandom calls her.
Yes,
Because we don't see her face.
or hear her voice.
No. We don't bother with that. You're one character?
Uh-huh.
And it's a he.
Yeah.
And he stole the
Rare
show.
for me. Rare for me.
Was it Isaac?
Yes!
Oh, I should have said that. I should have been simple and said that. Of course it's Isaac.
Isaac is fascinating because...
Of course he is.
Oh my god, I love Isaac as character.
Mm-hmm.
He is calm.
He is calm when he's not killing people.
Even when he's killing people,
He is calm when he's
firmly
killing
believes
people.
in what he's doing.
He does do that.
So he is characterized as, in the beginning you see him confessing his love to another lad, right?
Is that
right?
is that the first scene?
Yeah.
I want to say that's later in season. Earnestly confessing his love
To some random other dude who you never see again. It's flashback scene to how he got started on this path.
I forgot about that.
Yes, so he is apprenticing as a blacksmith, I think, to some other person, and this person's just treating him like shit and saying, eventually it's like, why are you still here? Like, I am treating you terribly. And Isaac says, because I love you.
Oh my god, I forgot about
like,
the Isaac
Love
backstory.
is fake, and that's where Isaac starts down his dark path.
What?
Yes, it's the equivalent to Hector's having everyone be like, you're a freak.
Oh my god, I remembered Hector's backstory.
Isn't that fascinating?
I mean, it maps so clearly onto the Dracula thing that I was able to like forget about it a little bit.
It's the same kind of devotion as you see. So he's also a Sufi Muslim.
Yes.
Which is, he's not like any Sufi Muslim I know. But I think the reason they did that is because it gives him Sufi is Islamic mysticism,
Yeah.
right? Sufism. So it gives him a motivation for having a very personal connection to his beliefs, that they are from what he believes comes from his own connection to God. So his latching on to that one line from the Quran, he can supplement that with his own mystic encounters and experiences, and that's where he gets his firm grounding that stays with him until the end. And he believes in, I don't know, do you think he believes more in what Dracula is doing or in Dracula's ideals and mission?
Oh my god.
Like, Dracula, is his devotion to Dracula as a person or what Dracula is doing?
I hate to say it, but even though I have had many thoughts about Isaac and I consider him one of the absolute best characters, I have never gone as far as to analyze why he believes in people, because even forgetting about the first guy, the blacksmith trainer, or the forge master trainer he must have been, I just kind of thought that he liked Dracula because he saved him. I just kind of thought that Isaac was a very
like
devout guy, and he was like, well, Dracula, because he was going to die for Dracula, you know?
Yeah.
So that means that
he wanted to die for Dracula.
He wanted to die.
And when Dracula decided to push him into the desert, what a move!
You took the words out of my mouth. That was the moment where I was only so interested in the show at first. It was very, very early in my relationship with Castlevania, so I didn't know how much I would like it. But that was one of the moments where I was like, oh shit. The second Isaac gets forced, he gets disallowed to die, I was immediately like, oh, where's this gonna go?
Oh, this show has writers. It paid its writers.
And you immediately know something good's gonna happen. So, before we talk more about Isaac, let's go back to the top character guessing, which is it's gonna become more about Isaac again.
I mean, okay, so yours for series 1, it's Alucard, right?
I mean, he's there.
He's not your top?
I don't have a very firm top, but he's among my top. I really like him. He's in top 3. He's I can't not put him in top 3.
Are any of Carmilla's?
No, I like them. I like them. I'm glad you're on. I like them, but the big theme with the show is just they're still learning how to write women, which is a generous statement. This is gonna be one of the topics later. They're getting somewhere, but oh my god, some of these characters oh my god. Carmilla's fine because it's nice to have like an unambiguous bad guy. Lenore, I sure could have liked, same as Hector, and I can't even touch them right now. I like the Morgana, I like Stragana fine. They're cool, but they're not the deepest characters.
They kind of fall into what so many lesbians in media do, where they, for some reason, lesbians either get written in most media as these, succubi, sex fiends, or just flat, sexless. Like, yeah, maybe, but they didn't jump out at me like the other characters did. Maybe because they didn't have time.
They're very
But
grounded people. I
They're
mean,
very grounded.
they're very normal.
I like when they decide just, no, we're gonna go do our own thing.
It's one of the best scenes in the whole series, but
It is.
the big issue for me is, and now we're just jumping all over the place, but I think maybe the reason that
Let's
I
do it.
don't have a lot of connection to Carmilla's court is the scene that ruins it isn't just Lenore killing herself, which I really don't like.
Interesting.
But I think the fact that Strigana looked at the castle where we were supposed to believe that like their buddy was hanging out, and they were like, she's probably dead, and then just left. Like, are you? I
Like-
thought you were like blood sisters.
Oh, so they never actually cared that much about
No!
each other. Got it.
And, like,
okay.
the entire
I
premise,
was shocked.
the entire premise for Carmilla's gang is that they're devout to each other.
Yes.
But then once they betray Carmilla, they're like, it's Lenore. She's dead. I hate that scene.
I
think it's awful. I hate
Because-
everything about Lenore's ending.
I thought they actually understand Lenore at first. Like they know.
Oh, she's going to kill
But
herself
they
by
don't
dawn.
understand her at all.
No.
And is that intentional on her part? Was she trying to hide herself? Because I didn't think so. I think it was just genuinely them not seeing
I think
who she
that-
was.
I think that they... God, it's hard because Lenore, the reason Lenore's not in my top 3, even though she's one of the best character designs, she's cute as
Oh
hell.
my god,
she
I
gets
love
so
her
much
dresses.
cosplay.
Her dresses.
She's lovely. Her and Hector. Here's a nice spiel on why Hector and Lenore are not in our top list. I think a lot of people like Hector at the beginning because he's supposed to be the guy who still has a heart when very few people have hearts. Oh my god, if there's anything this show says about having a heart, it's you better pick really good friends because I mean Hector and Lenore just get they're fucking blob. They're just like they're just messes by the end. Like they stand for nothing. They maybe found love possibly. It's just awkward. It's just awkward, especially when their end games are contrasted with Isaac, who has the most interesting end game of all.
Isaac!
Bro is standing at the top of the mountain, perfectly chiseled, like he has reached the peak of his
I
arc.
love him
And
so much.
Hector and Lenore are like, oh, I don't know. I was gonna have like
I
a
guess
Coke
I'll-
tomorrow with Dracula, but I don't
I
fuck.
guess not.
Do you want to hang? No, Isaac's gonna kill me. Where do we get that idea? Where do we get the idea that Isaac's gonna kill Lenore? Like that was never discussed. Yeah. So Dracula, the court is weird. That's my thing. Is like I almost feel like I would rather recommend people just straight up watch Nocturne to get a taste for things if it didn't spoil Dracula not being involved anymore. Because as we talked about earlier, the Castlevania games, divorcing them from Dracula is, I mean, they made a lot of bold moves in this adaptation, and the biggest controversy, besides all like the racist people, is the fact that they're so loosely adapting the source material. I can and will describe how the 3 games play in because you will enjoy it, but the thing is that not having Dracula is really, really bizarre, and if you know that there's no Dracula anymore, things change. But I like the way that Nocturne is more straightforward with like young kids finding their powers, finding love, you know, there's a clear villain. The first series completely lacks that, and I think it's a really beautiful and deep thing. It gets to deeper places, but it's messier.
That's why I
because-
preferred the first series. I
That's
haven't
so
told
valid.
you that yet.
No, it's fine.
Maybe it's just because I just finished series 2,
Yeah.
but I liked series 2 felt more YA, which
It's
is
so
fine.
YA, yeah.
Series 1 felt like that was for adults.
Yes.
And
And it's about adults.
it's about adults, and the characters usually, adults don't get to act like adults. And Carmilla's point that these men kept acting like children,
Yeah.
whining and trying to get their time. I loved that. She was so right.
It's complicated because she has a point.
And then she acts like a child.
Right, exactly. That's the issue with this show, is that, oh god, we're gonna get to all kinds of places, but
With our
I-
20 minutes we have.
oh my god.
I know.
Half an hour.
Half an hour.
We'll make them drag us out late.
We
Every single
will.
person in
We
this
will.
building understands that we're gonna be late. God, I want to talk more about. I wish I had time to show you one of the memes. Maybe you've already seen the memes of Maria most of the things that's wrong with the world is because of old, stupid
Stupid
men. And then the meme is Carmilla in hell pointing at her TV and the Doritos falling off her lap. Like, I said that!
I have been steadfastly avoiding Nocturne memes in fear of spoilers, but
Now
I
you
will
get
be
to
going
binge.
ham tomorrow.
There's so many.
Oh
No, but the thing
my
is, the
God.
issue is
I
that
love
these...
that they let her kill her father.
It's so... But,
That was, I thought,
mm,
again, they show me that they actually know how to write.
it's interesting.
Because then they don't give up on her as a character.
Exactly. I have so much to say about this topic.
Mm.
But the one thing is that they keep framing this quote as wrong. That's the problem with this show. Is they keep being like, Carmilla says that all men are evil. Carmilla's a cuckoo whack job.
No, Carmilla's right.
Well,
Well,
she
not-
has
okay,
a point.
She has a point.
But she's
It's
a
the
stupid,
same-
crazy villain. You know what I
Okay,
mean? We're
but,
not meant
like,
to empathize with her.
I feel like every villain in the show has points. Dracula,
Yeah.
he has a point on how. So there's this quote that he says early on. For evil to win power, all ordinary people have to do is stand aside and keep quiet.
Dracula said that?
I think so.
That can't be Dracula. That's
Okay, maybe-
Alucard.
Is that Alucard? Okay, never mind. That was Alucard. But Dracula has similar points because he says no, not one person came and said, "Hey, maybe don't burn this innocent lady."
Yep.
There was not. That's a theme of the show, and that's I think what pushes Dracula to say, assholes.
Yeah. I have an angle I'd like to bring to that.
Okay.
I'm not the kind of person that has Dracula in my top characters.
Oh no.
Alucard is there. He's cool. For a lot of people, he makes the show. Here's what I'd pitch, the way that I see it. I don't think Dracula has a point, but it's so easy to feel him.
That's a good.
He's very sympathetic.
I think he knows he doesn't have a point,
Yes.
and he's trying to convince everyone else that he has a point.
Exactly, because he's
I
brokenhearted.
am retracting what I said about him having a point.
Yes, I feel like his point is there are no innocents, which is really cool. But he's crazy, you know what I mean? Like, he's a bag, but you sympathize with him, whereas Carmilla is not presented as sympathetic unless you just want to hear somebody say, fuck men. Because she has no likable traits except for she's cool, you know what I mean? Like, she's badass and she gets stuff done, but she doesn't have, like, someone that she lost. Like, you know, they go and give Hector the puppy, and the puppy's gone. Like,
her abuse backstory of having to be under this powerful men.
That's
and
true.
then again seeing powerful men in places they don't.
but the way that they tell the story,
Yeah.
the way they tell the story, is if you already sympathize with her, you will see that and be like, Carmilla's like me. But compared to Dracula, where we open the series, they would have had to. So, okay, Dralta. I can't.
We're on to Dralta now.
So, they took so much time to make us care about Dralta. I have so many good things to say about the way that they layered that out. By the way, we didn't know. When season 1 ended, we actually got got. We thought Dralta was gone, and we thought that Erzsébet was the new villain. And a lot of people
And
were like,
I
she's
was
just
like-
Carmilla, too.
Exactly. I was so I'm like, oh god. I was honestly, episode 1 I texted you and said, oh, I can't wait for that mom to die.
Yeah.
Because they never let moms be characters.
No.
That is, I was a little bit like, come on, y'all, in the first scene, when they have to have dead mom backstory. How fun, how original, because moms can't be people.
No.
Moms can't be characters.
Oh my god.
I'm glad they let her still be a character after her self-sacrifice.
Yeah.
And I wish she had a little more to her personality.
Julia Belmont.
No,
Oh, Erzsébet.
no,
Tara.
Tara.
Okay, now we have every can of worms open.
We do.
I reserve talking about Tara and Maria for last.
Okay,
Because they
okay.
are some people I have the most feelings about.
And I still got to talk about Cho. I made a whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to our point before, I think that
Right.
Carmilla could have been sympathetic and justified if they told it better. But if she just says, I was abused, you have to care, unfortunately. Whereas with Dracula, the effort that they put into making you care is so high. With
Good point.
Dralta, the effort they put into making you care is so high.
Yes.
And Carmilla did
In
not
season
get that
2.
care. Yeah.
In season 2, season 1, you don't see it as much. But season 2, I was so surprised that, I guess it took me a while. Dralta decided to not be the vessel herself.
Oh my god.
Because she was scared. She didn't think she'd be able to handle it.
I genuinely think, and I think I've read something from the writers on this. So they did not choose halfway between the seasons to make this change. They did not. They were planning. They didn't start from the very beginning, but before they put down work on season 1, they knew Geralto was going to be the twist big bad guy. And they got us. We really thought they were just going to roll out another two-dimensional, because of misandry. Oh, well, there's misogyny in the world, so I can kill everybody. Which is just, it doesn't, what I mean by all this, by the way, is Castlevania is yet to really do justice to the concepts of misogyny and just like reactive misandry. I don't mean to say that like the feminist cause isn't a good one. But what I meant is that the show doesn't seem to take it seriously, because when Maria says that line, it is at the lowest low of her arc, and they're doing everything in their power to make you feel that she is going to have some regret about what she's doing, and that she has unfinished business.
I think that was my personal bias.
Yeah.
Because I think, what a brave writing decision. Yeah. They let her just have a dark side. Yeah. That's not actually dark. That's like on par with the revolutionaries are guillotine people.
Okay, here we go.
Like is he a prior, an abbot?
He's the abbot.
The abbot, her father, represented everything that was opposed to her and everything she stood for.
And also, to be fair,
and she kept giving him chances.
To an extent.
But
so here, I think we are getting somewhere better with Maria. I definitely agree with that, because the abbot was the most killable guy of all time. I have a couple of videos. I have a video reviewing season 1 and a video predicting season 2. And I'm just like, he's the most killable guy in the world right now, because like, the show isn't trying to say that like, people who are like, I hate men are wrong. It's just that the way they've told the story so far has to be compelling. But they loaded up every problem in the world and let Maria knock it down. But because it was her dark side, I agree there is a value to her dark side. But the thing is, they played the scary music. The fucking devil in like Native American mythology came out. Like the
Old Man Coyote.
Old Man Coyote. They had like the creepiest, most off-putting music playing, and then the dragon turned on her. She wasn't slaying. Like, she was making points, but she was obviously going a little bit too far in the sake of what the writers wanted us to feel.
If Richter killed him, would he have had the same emotional plotline? Or is it just because we're taking the innocent, pure blonde? I'm glad they separated her from Richter and her mom. But if Richter killed him, it wouldn't have been that big a deal,
Why would Richter have killed him?
Well, just if that's how the story turned out, it wouldn't have been like the Richter's abandoning some of his morals, right? It wouldn't have been such a thing, even though they're pretty similar. Not characters, but in their anyway.
Richter wouldn't have killed the abbot so early. If Richter killed the abbot would have had to have made a full heel turn. At this point, a lot of characters were like, give him some time, like very through gritted teeth. Like,
I disagree with those characters.
Right.
I'm glad she killed.
Right. But the narrative knew that this man was very broken. Right. And like, I did not want to see a redemption arc, to be clear. I hate playing devil's advocate here. I did not want to see a redemption arc.
Me neither.
But every adult in the picture was like, okay, Maria, let's slow things down. Oh my god, she's going to kill her father. Like,
good for her.
It was framed as very unhinged, and I know that as much as I want to see this continue, I failed to keep the Maria family thing for last. As much as I'm dying to see this continue, she's gonna have regrets. That's the issue. Is she's going to have regrets about this. That's how it's framed. And that is okay.
I can live with regrets. She can. Other characters can be angsty and have regrets. Richter can have his I tried to help my mom and that ended up giving her blah 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 blah. You can be a cool angsty character and have regrets and be a girl.
Yes, I agree. So what? I guess maybe since we already talked so much about this, Maria is on track to become the best Castlevania character if they continue. She's gonna be the Isaac, because Terra is so fucking interesting. They still haven't talked about why Olrox and Terra have to battle evil and stuff. Terra, Maria, and Old Man Coyote, I don't know if you caught this, but the fandom is now caught on to Old Man Coyote is with Terra in the final scene, and they're looking at Maria and laughing.
Now, is Old Man Coyote just Old Man Coyote, or is he also... He looked like Death from Series 1 in the design. I don't think
He's
they brought
referencing
Death back.
that.
But
I
is
think
he
they're-
is he like a spirit other than?
He is, because I think Death originally is like kind of the classic Grim Reaper, I think, from
Oh.
European mythology.
Well, yeah,
but
and Death in series 1 is just, it's not Death, it's a dude.
It
who
is a
calls
guy.
himself Death. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I could start quoting Trevor right now.
Trevor?
And you are a fucking thing.
Oh my god.
I'm fucking Death. No, I actually have a viewer who is an indigenous Cherokee. She's Cherokee,
Oh,
and
hey,
she explained to
viewer.
me. Evie, hello Evie.
Hi, Evie.
She was explaining Old Man Coyote, and Old Man Coyote is separate enough. You know,
Mhm.
that's a different creature. You know,
Mm.
I think that Death, Barney. I think Barney's gone,
Isn't
and
it
Blarney.
Blarney?
I'm not doing
Buddy from
anything bad.
London. Oh, shut up.
I think that A, Blarney's out, and B, Old Man Coyote is separate because they've
Yeah,
built
he's
up so many characters from America that I think that that's something there. So you know, I think the first time they've handled nuanced themes with female characters has been Maria and Tara, and they're not remotely done with what they have going on.
And Annette.
And that's good, and that's really good.
I love that Annette can cry
Yeah,
and be multi-dimensional,
yeah.
and
All the dimensions.
she has all the dimensions. You know, Olrox is my series 2 Isaac.
I did not know that. I
Every
thought
ti-
you didn't give a shit about him.
No,
Everybody loves him.
Every time he was on screen, I put down my knitting.
Oh
to
my god,
watch.
he is. He stole the show in season 1.
Stole the show.
They successfully got us on the train with the pro tags in season 2, I think, and
Mhm.
Alucard is great. Villains are very good. But Olrox, I mean, season 1 is just the mom killing season, and then
Yeah.
I kind of told you they play with your expectations a bit, because
They
season
do.
1 makes it feel like the pressure is so high, and then when they pull it off and give you the simple, simplistic good guy ending, it actually
Yeah.
feels very cathartic,
Yeah.
because you thought it was going to get so bad.
Mhm.
But we only lose Mizrak.
Wait, didn't?
He's a vampire now.
Oh,
but,
I'm like, we didn't lose him. He's a vampire. Okay.
Yeah.
Which?
um,
Olrox. Come on. Olrox. No.
so Olrox is your number 1, your uncontested number 1
My-
for season for
for
Nocturne?
the one who made me, the one who engaged me the most.
Oh, but is he your number 1 standalone for Nocturne faves, or do you have other Nocturne faves?
He's my Nocturne fave.
He's your one Nocturne fave.
Just based on the emotion
All right.
and how I could read a book about him.
Oh yeah.
I could read a book about Isaac. I could read a book about my man Clorox.
Clorox. Disinfectant wipes.
I keep calling him Clorox in my head.
Whatever gets it done.
Okay.
So, technically, you still haven't gotten me to confess my other favorite
I have
characters.
not. Okay,
but
back
it's
to half an
pretty
hour ago.
fucking obvious.
Is it the Golden Trio?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not. I think I have 2
Um,
easy favorites and probably my pick for 3rd.
Okay, I haven't talked about how much I love Sypha.
Sypha's amazing.
Nearly enough. I kept thinking they would assassinate her character, and they never did.
No.
Mm.
I think.
Okay,
yeah.
but your main 3.
I mean, it's not that hard of a main 3, but I just pitched 3
Well,
as like the
apparently
way to
it's
start.
going to be. Is Trevor your main 3?
I think he is. He's the only
Okay.
person that I'm debating for the 3rd spot. I love Alucard.
spot,
He's so
who's-
big.
Who else?
I mean, it's actually under your nose.
Is it?
No,
Is
it's even
it-
easier.
Is it Isaac?
It's just Isaac.
Thank you.
It's just
Good. Thank you.
No,
You and I have
Isaac
great
is
taste.
objectively the best character, and I really like
He is
him.
objectively the best character.
I think. I mean, I'm not. I feel kind of like the bar is very high for me to have to
Mhm.
say this, but Alucard doesn't quite have the depth of Hector of Isaac. But that's because Isaac is so fucking deep. I think
it's
like
Isaac.
he's just an amazing guy. I think
Oh.
Alucard is more like, how do you say, like Alucard is a very broad character for me because he is from so many different
so
things.
much source material. How could you
Yeah.
nail him down? He's so
There's-
fun to watch.
He's just lovely. He's a comfort character. Isaac is just like, he's like the bones of the show. Which is funny. I think Isaac being the bones of the show just emphasizes how weird the show is, because he never fucking meets the heroes party.
You know, you're right.
I don't think he does.
I
They don't meet Carmela's court,
No,
and I
right
don't think they
before
meet
they
Isaac
get to the
Carter.
castle,
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah,
gets
yeah,
thrown
yeah.
in the desert.
If they were to meet him, they'd be like, "Oh, it's that sub boss from Dracula's castle. Like, he's just
Yeah.
some guy."
You're so right.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about that series is just, again, they have always been beholden to not knowing if they're going to get renewals or not. And that's why so many things stop and start.
Yeah.
But because of that, like the first half and second half are incredibly disjointed. All right, so in that case, let's just do like our favorite characters overall. You don't have to drag up my Nocturne top 3. So your favorites are Isaac, Olrox. Is Maria getting a third spot? Is Maria up there, or are you just more like intellectually like, oh, she's interesting?
I feel like she hasn't been confirmed as being a safely written character for me yet. Especially after everything you just told me about how they framed her as doing the wrong thing. Like, Sypha?
Sypha's so
They
easy.
kept confirming over and over that they weren't going to kill her character. And they weren't. I was a little bit afraid they were going to tip into the goofy man and hyper competent woman.
Oh my
thing.
god, no! She's so different. You're right.
She's crazy.
She's crazy.
And the scene that cemented it for me was when she and Trevor have that argument in the field. And then it doesn't turn into a stupid teenage lovers drama. He's just like, yep, I loved it.
Wait, which arc? Is this in the Fuck Shit Town arc?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What are they arguing about?
She's saying, this is all bullshit. We're just going around facing, and she's like, and this is all you. You dragged me into it.
Yeah.
Asshole. And he's like, oh, yeah. I loved them for that. And the fact that they kept both Sypha and Trevor interesting until the end.
Yeah.
Even when their characters, who they were, was established. And bravo, they give them happy endings.
Yeah.
That was the bravest writing decision in the series because you have to be so confident that your writing is good enough to leave the audience with an impact without just leaving it on death. And usually I hate when they bring characters back to life.
Oh yeah.
Like for a happy ending. Like that usually triggers the fuck out of me. But I liked this because
do you think that Trevor's sacrifice? Do you think Trevor would have sacrificed himself at the start of the series to save people? I never thought about this till now.
Great question.
Because in my mind, I feel like Trevor has a bit more of an arc than Sypha.
Oh yeah.
Trevor learns a bit more. Sypha, I always describe as like a very simple character, which is very nice.
Sure, because she starts being like, the Messiah has come. Like, I think the way she views, the sleeping Messiah under the city, to her maturing and learning to see past all that, I thought that was a good arc.
That's cool.
It's subtle.
I think it's subtle.
But Trevor does have more.
I was gonna say
a curve.
Sypha's kind of a comfort character for me, and I think I like that. She's like a boy protagonist. Like if she was a boy, I'd be like, oh yeah, he's a goofball. He does what he wants. Like seeing that in a girl is refreshing. I think she is a good female character.
She is a good female. Good job, everybody.
But she doesn't necessarily clear Castlevania writing team of having written a complicated and compelling female character. I feel like
good point. You are correct. I can love her.
I've had a while to think about this.
And she's not. And she's still a female character.
Yeah. But at the end, they do kind of pull something out of nowhere where they decide that she needs a sense of direction and a purpose. And it's kind of like shoehorned in there. But in the end, I love the fact that they decide to make a town together.
That was amazing.
That's the ultimate. I feel like they pulled it out of their ass, but it fits everybody so well. It fits everybody.
I loved that and then it gives me so much imagination for what happened after.
Oh yeah.
And like, our golden trio plus that one lady raising.
Oh my god.
Our Trepucard baby.
So we gotta kill this segment, and then I'm gonna do a very quick bit about the games because I want to get your live reaction to something.
Okay.
So your favorite characters: Olrox, Isaac, and Trevor. Still Trevor? Because you were really into it from the Richard Armitage angle.
Honestly, yes, Richard Armitage's voice.
Yeah,
and
that's
listening
cool.
to him. I can't separate the Golden Trio
That's
as
fine.
much.
That's
I
fine.
love them together.
Yeah.
They are one live being in my head, but maybe Sypha.
Yay!
And Trevor. I love them. Okay, Trevor. I
Just
love
leave Alucard
watching
at home,
him.
why don't you?
Sorry, Alucard.
It's okay. There's other people to pick that up.
Okay, top 4. honestly, top 3
Yeah.
for just Series 1.
Yeah.
And you get Trevor and
Yeah.
Sypha, and then at the top we have Isaac.
There we go.
Beautiful. But, okay, games.
All right.
Educate me.
All right. So, I'm
ready
going to tell you something crazy.
Gamer. Okay.
So, I told you before, the premise of all of the Castlevania games before Alucard's game
Mhm.
was Belmont, warrior, muscle guy, fights Halloween monsters in a cyclical battle against Dracula.
I want Belmont Crest merch.
I think you should get some.
I could make my own knitting pattern.
I think it'd be very in character, or in the spirit of the series to make your own. That'd be very fun. So
The games.
the gimmick with Castlevania 3, which is what the Super Show. I always call it the Castlevania 3 Super Show because Castlevania Nocturne has a title, but Castlevania is Castlevania. I call it the Super Show just to be silly. The Super Castlevania 3
I
Super
like to
Show.
think of them as the Old Testament and the New Testament.
Holy shit!
Honestly.
I don't even know what that would imply. I guess. So the thing is,
I'll tell you later.
so Castlevania 3, the gimmick is that instead of just using the Belmont, instead of it just being Trevor, the way that the old games were with Simon, I think his son, you have a party.
Oh.
But how many people do you think are in the party, and who makes it up? You swap through them; they function together as a party of heroes.
You've got Alucard, a Belmont, a speaker, and 2 randos.
2 randos. Okay, so you got it at the core. So it is Trevor card.
Okay.
Trevor card.
Yes.
But
Oh, this is the specific. Okay, the one. Okay, so Treplicard. Are there more than Treplicard? Is Saint Germain part of it? Oh
no, he's not. He's not.
Thank God.
So they actually pulled Saint Germain, Isaac, and Hector out of a different game.
Oh, cool.
It was very random. I actually own that game now.
So do I know the characters?
You technically do. So there are 4 characters.
So there's
obviously,
one
so
more.
obviously, if you watch this show and then learn that there is a core party to Castlevania 3, you would think it's Trevicard. They really made the creative decision to not implement the 4th character very
know
much.
The 4th character?
You do.
Is the 4th character in the OG series?
Yes.
Is it a woman?
It is a woman.
It's not Carmilla.
It's not Carmilla.
Okay, and it's not someone in Carmilla's court.
It is not somebody from Carmilla's court, as funny as that would be.
What other women are there?
Oh boy.
So,
this is technically fan speculation.
huh?
The 4th member of the party in the games is a guy.
Oh, it's not a woman.
So, this is the thing.
Oh?
So, in the games, it's a guy named Grant. Grant is a rough and tumble thief who is very, agile and has a knife, and his color scheme is green. Grant, we think, was kind of loosely adapted into the show as a different character. Can you guess who Grant is?
Does the name start with a G?
Yes. If you even remember her name. She is only in season 4. This is a fucking damnation of this character.
Is this OG series or Nocturne?
This is OG series.
OG series,
No,
okay.
Nocturne's different games.
I'm looking, okay. Not fucking, probably means our time's up soon.
Okay.
Okay, I give up. Who?
Greta.
Who's Greta? The old lady?
Oh, Alucard's girlfriend. That lady.
Oh!
So-
I forgot. Yeah, they're definitely telling us to leave.
It's pretty much just a fan theory, but it's literally just a fan theory. But she is a green.
That would make sense.
But it's so out of their ass to do that.
Huh.
Yeah, you never would have guessed it, would you?
Revelations.
Yeah.
I want 5 more hours.
I want at least 5 more
Yeah,
minutes.
we're on it. Stop winking at us. Oh, I bet that's automatic.
Let's say it's automatic.
The
We're not
lights
gonna piss the
blinking,
people off.
listeners. Okay.
So,
We're
how do you want to?
moving.
God, I sure wish that we could talk more.
I'll pretend I'm cleaning up. So
I don't know if we
it's
can
probably
record it for
automatic.
pretending.
Okay, how do we end?
Oh, I wish we could talk a little more.
Joe's outfit is bullshit.
We have a long presentation about this.
I have 49 slides that I prepared and we got through none of them, but that's okay. This was better.
This was better.
This was better. I
Alright.
love how we had an organic conversation and we will continue over pizza. And
Yeah, we are gonna talk. I'm gonna get those PowerPoints. I feel that Maybe someday we can record the proper
I would
boot
love
camp.
to.
We could repurpose all the materials because you made like 5 pit crews and 2 PowerPoint presentations for this, and instead we just talked about Isaac for 40 minutes.
Which he deserves it.
He does deserve it.
He deserves it.
I don't mean to speak dismissively of our king.
He deserves it. I had so much fun.
I'm so glad you did. Yeah,
This was
unfortunately,
awesome.
we wanted to record 2 hours, but this is all we got. At least it's the most highly professional
Yes.
quality recording you've ever heard on this entire channel.
My gosh. And you went through it. Thank you
You're welcome.
so much for pushing through to get this set up.
I don't know if we're gonna upload the picture or not, but I might. It was just me and these 2 guys
Oh
who
my-
work
it's
here.
a great picture.
And I literally have been looking at tutorials for audio, like desktop workplace stuff. I don't know shit, but suddenly I had to like salvage this because the mic was not getting picked up by OBS or
Nope.
Audacity. So that was fun.
This
and
is fun. Here we go.
translating and doing audio stuff. Oh my god, I feel like I was indoctrinated into the world of audio editing.
You've been baptized.
All right, I guess that's our abrupt ending then.
That's our abrupt ending then.
Time to go to Miami Garden and talk about this for 5 more hours.
Hell yeah. All
Alright.
right.
Well, it's been real.
Nice to meet you all.
See ya.
Thank you for having me on the channel.
It really just feels like the beginning.
This is the beginning. Every time you come through now, we'll stop back here.
Yeah, gotta get a mic. Oh, no, we just come here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what those guys did to set it up finally.
Oh, good point.
Maybe it'll just work.